I do believe we are live. So I'll say indeed and greetings unto you, a beloved and a holy friend. Yeah, I thank you for joining me once again on another conscious evolution, for showing up for a world we want to live in. At least that's today's stream topic. We're going to talk about a world we want to live in. Uh, at least in part, I want to kind of like establish right from the get go you are the world you want to live in, technically, right? For instance, sometimes, hey, Brother Dan is here too, and Shan, of course. Sometimes we are happy. Hmm? Sometimes we're not, regardless of whether the world is perfect or not, right? And that's kind of the thing that I'm feeling, at least in myself right now. Yesterday, we were kind of in passing talking about this topic, or this understanding that a lot of us are not very happy living in this world as it is right now, right? And I don't think there's anything in and of itself wrong with being unhappy with the world as it is right now. But regardless, there is still this ability for us to be satisfied with this world, right? That you technically are your own world and you live within this world. And if you don't treat yourself well, this world doesn't feel good. It doesn't it's not nice living in this world, right? So I wanna like reflect, I guess, these two sides of the argument, between us. Yes, the world needs to change. Things as they are right now is not sustainable. We're hurting ourselves. But also, the world we want to change is this one, right? This world we have access to in this moment. It's nice having you here. I see Jazil and Joy Vive and Lisa too. Brother Duck Dad, Shannon and Nana and Zano. Blessings. It's nice seeing you here so soon, Zano. Sending you all the blessings. Having a beautiful but tough time, my friends. Kiddo had a fever. I'm so sorry to hear that, Brother Bear. Taking a big, clear breath for your little one. Dan joining us too. Blessings to you. I hope she feels better soon. Duck Dad, I'm sorry. I can't imagine how hard it must be for a dad to see their little one suffering and not being able to just snap your fingers and heal her. At least yet. The infinite, eternal stream of communication that occurs throughout creation, unobstructed, is lost to our awareness. Yet, so close are we, it requires only a thought to shift the momentum in a new direction. Yeah, this is one of my favorite things we're saying. I'm so happy that we opened on this one. Doesn't it feel like power, right? Let's read it again. The infinite, eternal, again, right? In context with you are the world, right? You are the world within which you live, technically speaking, right? So again, the infinite, eternal stream of communication that occurs throughout creation, unobstructed, is lost to our awareness. Yet so close are we. It requires only a thought to shift the momentum in a new direction. Yeah, yeah, I'm feeling it. So nice having you friends here with me. Blessings. So many blessings to you. Thank you for being willing to think that thought and shift yourself into a new direction. Using all of this momentum we've built up throughout our entire lives, right? Because where you are right now in life, in your body, in your own mind, in your own process of conscious evolution, in your own spiritual journey, right? That is been an unobstructed communication. It hasn't stopped. You are still doing it. But because it is a ceaseless thing, you can literally get rolled, lost in the waves, lost in the sauce, right? Where you're like, this is a lot. And the only thing it requires from you is just to actually realize that you've been doing that for all of existence, for eternities, and to find ourselves here right now. is truly a blessing, especially being able to be here with friends. It's nice having you. Oh, I'm reading and puking on our last day of vacation. We're walking on the beach now to keep her happy, but my wife is sad and worried for the drive home. Just send some love to Milani, please. Sending her all the love we have at the bear. I I don't know if this is embarrassing to say, but I painfully remember this whole experience I had driving with my family and being like, I think I'm gonna puke. And then rapidly proceeding to puke in the car. And then the car smelled like puke the rest of the way home. And my parents were really vocal about that. So, being the child in that fractal, I really feel for Milani. And now being an adult, I really feel for you too about the duck dad. Blessings. I hope you stay up. I see Jeziel again. Lovins to you. Sam joining us too. I think I have said hi to Dan, but blessings to all of you friends. Swing by a KFC and get her an empty chicken bucket for the drive home. Yeah, some big brain stuff. Sorry to hear that duckling is sick. Blessings. Thank you, friends, for sending healing vibes. Y'all, jaws are gonna drop when I tell you what happened after stream. Yesterday, the man who I was talking about yesterday was still feeling raw about reached out to me to reconnect. Like, I mean, I like how you're like, oh, my jaw's gonna drop. My jaw is very much attached. I'm not even remotely surprised. I'm just like, oh yeah, the universe. And it's almost like I was literally saying that during the stream as well, where I was like, bruh, relax. Don't worry. He'll come around because that's how it works. And then he literally doesn't take weeks, doesn't take years, doesn't take decades, takes a few minutes to come around. The weirdest synchronicity. He had heard I'd reconnected with a mutual friend, Zach, and saw that I was viewing his Insta stories yesterday morning. He told me that he never felt right about us parting ways and told me he was sorry he couldn't be there when I needed him. And he acknowledged that he'd been caught up in the music goal slash cloud chasing. Bro, we put it all behind us, and then I had a nice long chat. I told him that the hurt was so bad for me because I truly believed him to be a good guy and felt disappointed to learn otherwise. I don't think any of us are bad, bro. That's the joke, right? All of us are just at this moment in our time caught up, right? And he said it himself, right? Like the clout chasing, and then if I do this, and if I get this, and if I make this much money, and if I get this partner, and if I have these children, and if I and keep placing the goalpost further and further away from you, not realizing you're here. You're already here. That place where you're going is here. The world you want to live in, you already live in, right? Otherwise, you wouldn't. I'm so happy to hear this right there. Oh, thank you for sharing that, Dan. Love is true. Yeah. I hope that there is growth that's going to continue happening both, between you and this friendship and within both of you as individuals as well. Our conversation reminded me of the man that I knew and grew to love. Love is true. Yeah. This universe is aware. Oh, like that's the way I kind of like usually take these moments. Every single thing you do, the universe is paying attention, right? It's like looking at you. It's like, what's he gonna do next? Let's see. Let's see what's the experience going to be. Hey Loy, blessings to you, friend. It's nice having you here, dude. Sending you blessings. No, all good. Energies coming from your family. Thank you. Thank you, Shan, for blessing our beloved friend as well. Kristen saying, so much lovins to all of you with my drive-by today. But please know, you bring me so much joy, and I'm thankful for each of you. Remember that you are loved and you are worthy, right? Especially within today's context. He also streams on YouTube. Guess I'm invisible. No, you're not, Kathleen. I see you. He does not see me. Looking at you even harder. Looking at. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. You can join us on YouTube as well. There, I'm a little bit more active because I have like a screen with like a big chat window. This is like my secondary stream as like an extra attachment. I think of it like little windows, that I'm opening into this world, and I'm blessed to have you staring through mine. We have Big Daddy Shaquille O'Neal as well. What a username. Blessings to you too, friend. I brought myself some rolling equipment today. Yeah, I feel really good. Really, really good. I'm home alone again. And I don't know if that's the reason, right? Like I'm making that correlation in my own mind where I'm like, yeah, I'm alone and I'm okay with it, or I feel good. I feel a little bit less worried, right? I still have a lot of work to do this weekend. So much. So much baking. I have a lot of baking. I have like uh how many is it? 500. So like 10 kilograms, like 20 pounds worth of rusks. Biscottis is a word you might recognize, to package. And then I have another 20 kilograms to actually bake again and then go through the whole process. I'm not actually looking forward to that part, but the power's going off at 7, so I'm gonna package it when there's no light. Put it all behind us. Home alone, time to run around naked. I usually don't run around naked as much as I just start like singing and making like gibberish sounds. Like straight up, I'll be in the kitchen and there's nobody there, and I go, and I have a good time doing that. Country wise, do you have Instagram? Technically, no. I do have Instagram, but I'm not really present. Right? I don't use Instagram, to say it in that way. I probably should. I I probably would do a lot better if I actually, was on my social media game, but I can't be bothered, unfortunately. I like this more. I feel like this is more of a genuine, I'm still sitting with friends right now connection. Talking about friends. Melt baking all weekend. Sick, bro. Get baked. I'm probably gonna get baked before I start baking, right? Like I don't mind the baking in of itself. It's just the amount of time, right? Like a single batch throughout the whole process, because you mix the dough and then you put the dough in pans and then you scrape the dough basically level, and then you bake it and then you score it and then you cut it and then you scoop it and then you put it on racks and then you put those racks in the oven and then you dry them and then you take them out and then you package them in the little cellophane bags, and you have stickers that you wrap them in. I'm technically, this time around, I'm supposed to airtight seal them, so I'm gonna have to use a machine. So yeah, is that Jovan here? Yeah, Poopsie, Bearded, Chan and Sam and Kristen and Lisa and Jaziel and Shell and Duck Dad and Melt and more. I took my shoes off in the office and no one's gonna stop me. Happy Friday to you too. Secret alone behavior, Shan. Exactly. My landlord is still gone until Sunday. I was singing at the top of my lungs last night. It was wonderful. It's weird how that energy comes out on us, right? Melty baking all weekend, love again. I shared something on Share Your Work. I had to force myself to share it because for some reason I felt shy or embarrassed. It's music I sang in Tokyo. That's so beautiful. Thank you for sharing that with us, Shell. I'm a musician, by the way. I'm not surprised, Kathleen. Weirdly enough, many of our friends tend to be. The fact that you are as well just feels even more synchronous. What if I don't see you again on You Now? Then you can find me on YouTube, right? I stream every day without fail. Like, look at me, like without fail. I've technically semi-failed once. Technically, if we're gonna be real technical about it, technically semi-failed once. But other than that, fail free. And it would be nice to see you again, friend. You can always find Meltmore on YouTube. Thank you, Shan, for letting our friend know as well. Either way, it was nice to meet you in this moment. I'm going to write my intention as friends because I feel like that's where I'm at right now. Right? Why do we do this if not for friends? What is a world worth living in without friends, right? To kind of like keep it topic relevant as well. And on the other side, we'll do our Nordic runes. I wonder if there is a rune for friends. I don't actually think so. Is that? Oh, Natalie. Blessings to you, friend. Sorry. Gobbledygoo's circle is usually orange as well, so I was tripping for a second. Day 960, time to be your own hero. It's actually a line that's been echoing in my head recently as well, right? I do believe, even though it doesn't matter whether or not I'm the first one who said it, but I have this quote that I remind myself of say the same things about yourself that you say about your heroes, right? Realizing that you can. You actually can say the same things about yourself that you say about your heroes. We'll do wisdom. We'll do God. We'll do the self. We'll do Yera. How do I do that one again? Okay, like this. Yeah. Okay. And let's do enlightenment. I do like my enlightenment symbol. Boom. Yeah, got it. Yeah. Oh my goodness. What did I miss something? The vet called yesterday afternoon about Koji's biopsy result. He doesn't have cancer. Yeah, of course he doesn't. Like, I'm so stoked. Right? I remember how, Joy V was having a rough time thinking that Koji does have cancer and he doesn't have a long time to live. And now, obviously, the universe has to be like, actually, no, Joy V. Actually, remember all of that being in a bad mood you were in? No, it doesn't matter. The bone disease was caused by rotten teeth, which they removed when they did the biopsy. Love is true. I'm so happy to hear your little kitty is okay, Joy V. I'm happy that you get to kind of like feel that lightness in your heart as well. Friends, it's a great intention. Thanks for being here, friends. Thank you for joining us too. Liberation of the Dancy phalanges. I was totally crazy, Shell. Another experience where the thoughts in my head materialize in the 3D world right in front of me. Yeah. That's why I keep telling you, friends, be optimistic, right? Because that is the power of optimism. Reality will legitimately materialize around you into a different state of being because you are reality, right? There is no reality as you're experiencing it without you. There is none, right? I don't really believe in. There's a word for it where there's like a trip of like nothing is real, only you're real, and everything else is like a simulation or an externalized creation. I don't really believe in that fractal necessarily, but it can be a useful model to pay attention to the way that you see the world, right? Yesterday, when we were talking about the whole rent thing, where you live, the rent's gonna go up anyway, right? Technically. And if you move somewhere cheaper for the next 5 years and you save cash and you invest that cash well, or you start your own business and you end up making even more money, you can move back to the city you came from or from your home. And you can even be better off going back there. It doesn't have to be a loss. Be hopeful. Please, please, I beg of you. It will change your life. Straight up, will change your life. No jokes. Yay, oh my goodness, so much love for our beloved Koji. I got those cloud sandals on Amazon. They're like having an anti-fatigue mats, nice and squishy and bouncy. I don't think I've worn those myself. They sound nice though. I haven't actually. I think I have. My my sandals when I was 14 was a type like that, and I wore them into oblivion. Right, like my feet were like straight up. They went from being cushy, like bounce back cushy after you stepped on them, to just having my feet imprinted into them. Unfortunately, eventually they had to get retired. Nothing is real. Everything is permitted, and that it is. There we go. Let's continue. So he's gonna live as long as he's gonna live, which is, I guess, was always true. Yeah, exactly. Love is true. Joy V. Again, right? That beautiful, is it Seneca? There are more things to be alarmed by than there are things to be harmed by. And as such, human beings, he technically says man, I think, but human beings suffer more in mind than we do in actuality. Hey, Ali. It's nice having you here too, dear friend. Because we suffered with you. We suffered with you, right? In mind. Oh, no. Koji gonna die. All of us gonna die. All of us, right? Eventually. I think we're the first human beings who will probably not die the normal kind of death. But yeah, infinity is a long time, right? And things ebb and flow from it. That's just how it is. Me over here, desperately shuffling through my things to find something to joyfully hug, finds a pillow or something. That's awesome, Joy. I'm so happy for you and relief. And the relief you must be feeling. Agreed. So much love. Very relieved. Oh my goodness. We love you, Joy Beef. We're so happy for you as well and for Koji as well. Love is true. And Jovan's comment. She spiraled the group. Hug. So much love. Thank you, friends. I'm just so happy, right? Like I woke up feeling okay, right? And as the day went on, I felt more and more stoked as things continued. So friends on the inside, and let's do unity, right? Friends uniting on the paper itself. Unity, like as of late, and I know this is not really groundbreaking, but I've just been noticing it over and over again, is the fact that community has unity in it, right? Every single time I write the word community in my journal, I'm like, yeah, come, unity, come here. Let's come together and unite. I'm not a, it's not a proper hug without a sweet popper snack. So much love. Dog wanted hugs too. I'm going to the exhibition today with my manpanion. Nice. Are you gonna take photos? There's a woodpecker pecking wood. You see him? You see him pecking some woods? Where is he? I don't know if I'm catching him. I'm having a hard time seeing on my screen. So that, there he is. Yeah, look at them. Look at him pecking that wood, doing his job. Man, I love creatures. What a cool world we live in. That dude is straight up bashing his face against a tree right now to get his food. All right, let's think about that. What a savage. Nature is so hardcore. Yeah, I'm gonna evolve a face that I can slam against trees, actual trees. Have a beak so hard that it's just fine with that. It's really going for freaking birds with gerbs. Yes, birds with jobs. That sounds fun. I haven't been to many expeditions myself, so please do share with us if you're willing to, dear friend. Personally, try to stick to a solar punk ethic, integrity, equality, sustainability, and creativity. I believe we're going to go solar punk, right? I feel like there might be some elements of cyberpunk in there as well, but I think it's going to be mostly solar punk. I'm so stoked for the future. Things will only get better, friends. There's hope still for humanity. What expedition? Do let us know. Trying to stick. Zana sounds fun. Unless you specify what's being exhibited, I'm going to assume it's somebody's tushy. I can see the woodpecker. Impressive job. The solar punk vision of the future is one in which people live in harmony with nature and technology. Yes. Making use of sustainable energy. Yes, yes. Food forest. Yes, 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 yes. Eco constructism. Yes. So I don't know if you've seen it, but they're already doing that, you know, where we're using nature as our inspiration for how we're supposed to be doing like load bearing in our buildings, and it helps us save so much, you know, material, and it ends up being stronger as well. Like we're already on that trajectory. It's just a matter of time now. Yeah, freaking burps. Okay, okay, maybe I'll bring it back. Did you fly away? No, dear, you still are. Get that bug, little burp. Get it. He's like, is he listening? I think he's listening for the bug right now or something. Like he's been all around that tree. Might be too hard for him to pierce it. I hope you win, little burb. Back again. There we go. I need a bird that eats termites to join the outside burb menagerie. There probably is birds that specify only in eating termites. I wouldn't be surprised. Ali, you should meet my friend Alex, who lives off grid and plants food forests. This is the way. I know. That's the amazing thing. It's totally accessible, and we have the technology now. Like we're gonna be 3D printing buildings, right? Like they've already made like this type of structure that like winds itself up, that builds itself, from the ground up. They're making like art exhibits out of it right now, but I I'm so excited for what the future holds. AI is going to radically change the way we create things. And I believe that human beings, are already attracted to the biological looking. I look forward to living in alive buildings, right? Buildings that if you if you crack the walls, they grow back, kind of vibe. Mm-mm-mm-mm. I've seen a lot of videos on the solar punk vision. It is really promising. We have the resources to do it. We have the knowledge, the information. It's completely possible, right? It's possible now. That's the thing, right? I feel like that's what people don't realize with like the hope for the future is that some people think that, oh, so much will have to happen before we can have this ideal future. Nope. Like we have already, right now, today, have all the technology to make our world a better place. Right? Right now. Like that wasn't the truth 60 years ago, but it is today. And that's the world we live in right now. So there is so much room for optimism. You just have to take it. Take that optimism. There's also an emphasis on equality and valuing creativity and ingenuity. So basically, a society that values both arts and sciences and acts cooperatively to improve life for everyone. Right? Doesn't that just give you hope in reading those words? Why would we want to do anything else? Right? What's the point of money if everybody is miserable, Like really, seriously. You could also consider Alex's home area a solar punk community. Of course, the exhibition is just so. Since 1750, there has been a trade hub in this one section in Toronto. The exhibit was built in 1879 as it is today. And basically, it summarizes bands, shoppings, and shows. That sounds nice, right? Like I agree that all of those things sound nice, but the fact that there are going to be other people that go there as well, with the same intention of being in appreciation of like stuff like that, that's usually the stuff I look forward to. I hope you get to meet some cool people. Zano, mushroom buildings are cool. Yeah, 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 yeah. Mushroom buildings, right with hobbit homes for me. I want to live underground as well. I feel like there's like room for that as a fractal. We're probably gonna have to develop better digging technology. I'm imagining imagine a robot that has the capacity to dig, better than you can. And then instead of like designing buildings upwards, we design them down. Like I know, like the biggest hurdle to that whole fractal is actually water ingress, but also something we can't solve. Hey, Loizana joining us too, sending you blessings. I put Koji on all you can eat diet. He's not gonna like going back to his usual 2 meals a day. I wonder what was going through his little brain. Is like you take him to this vet, they put him under anesthesia, and like you're treating him like he's gonna die, right? Like he probably was like, "Oh, I'm God now. Whatever they did to me, I became God." And now you're taking his God privileges again. It's gonna be like, raging against the machine. Hi friends, Loizana. I don't have time to type everyone's name out and do emojis because I have to stuff my face with breakfast and then get going. Not having a good day. And I hope you're all doing okay. Sending you lovin's, Loizana. A trick, a life hack you could potentially make is you can technically store messages in your keyboard, right? You copy the message and then you'll see there's like maybe like a button at the top of your keyboard, and you click that button and it will open like a bar of a bunch of other buttons. And then there's a button that looks like a little clipboard. And if you click on that clipboard, it's going to open all of the messages you copied. And then you can pin one of those messages to your clipboard. So you can like type out all of our friends' names, copy that clipboard, and then post it. And then if there's not the friends that you want to say hi to, you can kind of like delete their names. Make technology work for you, right? Instead of against you. Joy Beef, so happy about Koji's news. I actually had bone deterioration in my jaw due to a bad tooth. They rebuilt a part of my jaw with a cadaver bone, but no issues since then. Love is true. Modern technology, right? I just wish everybody had access to that stuff already. Joy, I shared and deleted that I accidentally leave something up. Leave something up. I just fear being made fun of. Who's gonna make fun of you? Someone in this space? Highly unlikely. Extremely. Right? One of the most unlikely things, I'm guessing. A gem of high quality humanimals have entered the chat. Lovezana, bless. Thank you for celebrating our friend as well. Hope your day gets better. Positive energies. Love is true. Anyone who makes fun of you has to deal with. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That was like where my mind was going as well. Like I wanted to go the aggressive route and be like, I'll kick someone's ass if they're mean with you. But I didn't even think it necessary because nobody's gonna be mean to you. Right? I don't even have to kick ass. Sorry to hear that, Lozana. Blessings. Thank you, Kristen. Thank you for like holding her heart as well. For people not from our region, exhibition areas in Canadian communities are basically a set area, like town squares, reserved especially for a type of fair we call exhibitions. You friends are lucky to be living in Canada in that case. Louisiana has me feeling kindred for the sleep in. Love is true. Exactly, Natalie. I was trying to figure out how to explain it. I feel like that's a good explanation, right? A place to come together, essentially. Exhibiting to draw people in. Me too, Natalie. I only turned my camera on because I saw you also in a nightie with the tousled hair. Bless. That sounds so fun. You're gonna get dressed up for pretty like you do, Zano? Hopefully. Regional exhibitions allow farmers and artists to show off their work, usually carnival food and rides. Sounds fun. Kristen, you have someone else's bone in your jaw. I love living in the future. That's wild. None of us would ever make fun of you, Shell. We love you. That we do. No bullying allowed in the space, and we share love. Right? I feel like, fortunately, all of us try to, at least in my mind, hold on to this understanding that love is true, right? And being mean to someone, making fun of them for sharing their soul with us, it's not exactly something we do, right? So nobody is gonna be like, oh yeah, this is normal. Nope. We're gonna be like, the fuck are you doing? Oh, why are you doing that? Is that a Nancy? I see. Blessings to you, Nancy. Blessings to you, friend. Nice having you here as well. Okay, I'm just assuming I'm the problem because I'm usually the problem. All the same, if you feel someone is making fun of you, please tell that person to fuck off. Sam, loving to you. You're not the problem, friend. Right? Again, you're the world. Right? You are the world. How do you make fun of the world? I'm gonna be like, ha, Earth, you suck. Earth does nothing. I love you, Earth. Feels better to me, right? Me as the world, because there is no projecting, making fun of something in the outside world without making fun of yourself, right? And if someone doesn't have that level of awareness, right, the thing we're saying, they might make fun of you because they're making fun of themselves, right? Because they're unaware of the fact that they're making fun of themselves. I'm a lawyer and I just sick my lawyer friends on them. If you're it's out of my jurisdiction. Love you. Thank you, Ali, for blessing us with that as well. I was thinking about wearing a new dress. I got with a sunflower on it. And it's kind of, but it's kind of cold. So now my plans are foiled. I'll still do my face. I mean, wear the dress and take a jacket with you, right? And as it gets warmer during the day, maybe you'll want to take it off as you're like running around. Maybe you'll heat up a little bit. So much love. Thank you all very much for loving me the way you do. I'm so transformed through this friendship. You let me work through it all. Love. Right? That is the thing that we talk about a lot in the stream as well, Shell, is that we might not be able to do the work for you, right? This conscious evolution we talk about every day. But you don't have to do it alone. And that's the value in community, because some people believe they're supposed to. Some people take pride in doing it alone, believing they're doing it alone, but there's no such thing. That's a good idea, Mel. Yeah. Thank you. I understand layers. Lovins to you, Zano. I just want you to be able to wear your dress. You seem excited to. I have been made fun of for sharing, but not but not by you people. I had a block and I couldn't do it, and I knew I needed to work through it. Takes time, right? Melting those blocks inside ourselves, because that is what it is, right? Like your connection to the world can only be blocked by you, right? And by blocking it, you're the one that loses out on the rest of the world, from that perspective. I'm right here with you in the trouble sharing trade. Shell, blessings. Shell, I said it on Discord, but I'll say it here. Your music is wonderful, and you are so talented. Thank you for being vulnerable. I know it's hard. It really is. Your friends give me hope, though, right? Despite it being hard to be vulnerable, to be ourselves sometimes, your friend make it look effortless with the amount of stuff that you share. Yes, Zano, wear the sunflower dress with a bunch of layers over. And when you get hot, and you will, then you can reveal, yeah, like a flower, right? Everybody's gonna be like, oh, lady with a jacket or whatever. And then suddenly, like they all go silent as Zano takes off the jacket and light beams. Ah, people burning their eyes. I'm sorry. I'm taking it a little bit to the extreme. Do it. I think it'll be appreciated. My leggies might get cold though. Take pants. Wear pants underneath your dress. And people are like, that looks weird. Be like, yeah, bro. Have you felt it? It's cold outside. What's weird about being cold? No, my sister and my mom were first. Yeah. Unfortunately, most of the damage that's done to us is done to us by family. Unfortunate reality. I love Louisiana's ideas. They are right. It really sounds cool. Lurking to get my day going. We'll hear melt, but won't see chat. I'll try and read the comments well. Blessings to you, Natalie. I was watching a thing on Netflix this morning called Alien Worlds. Yeah, pretty sick, right? It's about what life would be like on other worlds, as well as examining our own. They pointed out cooperation makes society possible. Completely agreed. That episode where they had these aliens that were essentially brains in boxes, that episode messed with me a little bit. I was like, maybe our eventual future. Okay, without further ado, I've been holding on to this joint for like 30 minutes or something. Unite with friends, right? Friendship and unity as our intentions. Skibop. Youngest and unexpected. I think I missed some context. Zano. I often wear a cute dress over jeans. I love the look. And then you shuck them when they're needed. Chuck them when they're needed, exactly. You're the middle child, Shell? Maybe. Let's see if she lets us know. Maybe I don't shave my legs. They will stay warm. Technically, that's exactly what will happen, right? Because your hair serves as like an extra, almost like vapor barrier. I don't know if vapor barrier is the right word, but it's adjacent to the thing that I'm thinking. The first woman I saw, I think I missed a comment again, Shell. Meg on Family Guy had the theory, one episode, that some families just can't survive without a lightning rod to absorb all the dysfunction. And the episode rang so true for me. Very interesting that that's what you have to say, Sam. During my Shavasana today, I think of it like yoga as like a healing experience. Hey, who needs tears? Blessings to you. Quick hello to you too. And I was laying there and I was thinking to myself, my dad really harps on calling me selfish, right? Like that's his thing. That's like his go-to, you know. Every single time I try to encourage him or suggest that something needs to change in the way that he treats my mom. And he's not abusive. He's just unaware, right? He doesn't listen. And he doesn't want to admit that he's wrong at all, unfortunately. And then he goes to like, oh yeah, but you're selfish, right? And all you want is, to be whatever, right? And I was like, Dad, if that's the only thing I wanted, I would believe in what you believe, right? My whole family are Christians. And every single time I'm at some sort of family event, it always ends up being this thing of them trying to convince me, right? Trying to steer me on the right path. So I'm like, Dad, if my objective was just to be accepted and to get everybody's approval, I wouldn't be the way that I am, right? I would be dancing the same dance that you're dancing. But the fact that I'm going against all of that, right? Like my entire family, like 60 plus individuals. Is it 60 plus? About. I have a big family because my mom's mom had 4 children, and plus the like my grandma married again because my dad's dad died when he was 6. She had 9 children, 8 or 9, minimum 8 children, right? So I have a big family as a result of that, and all of them, right, see me as other, right? It's like, this guy doesn't know. He's so lost. Oh, let's go save him. Like, yeah, I get it, right? I feel I'm not resonating deeply with that whole lightning rod of dysfunction. It's kind of hilarious almost. The first woman I ever saw wear a dress over jeans was Alanis Moseret, Mo- Morizette. I don't know if I said her name correctly, sorry. Years ago in one of her concerts, that gave me the courage to try it. I've been doing it ever since. Right? Like, there are no rules. There are no rules. There are no rules technically. Like, we do things every day in a certain way, but there are no rules. Like, Johan shared this story with me that's been resonating, where a woman with everything, the nice house, the beautiful children, the wealthy husband, the meaningful career in her own arts, the, you know, quality of life, the good food. She has everything, right? And still she found herself unhappy. And she's talking to her therapist, and she mentions to him, I have everything, and still I find myself angry and unhappy about things. And he's like, what, for example? And she tells him, like when I have to rinse the dishes before I put them in the dishwasher. And he tells her, why don't you run the dishwasher twice? And she takes pause. And she's like, I didn't know I can do that. And he's like, yeah, of course you can. It's your dishwasher, right? That day, after going back to home, she put the dirty dishes directly in the dishwasher and just ran it twice. Sure, maybe not the best for water or our planet, but as a fractal, right? And the dishes were clean. She laid down on her stomach while showering. She walked backwards into her bedroom, and realized that the thing that ends up upsetting us about the world isn't the conditions. It is our own limiting belief about what is possible, about what we can do, right? And this fractal of wearing a pair of jeans over your dress. I think that's what you're meaning, right? Jeans over dress over the jeans, right? So dress going over the jeans. Who says you can't do that, right? There's no rules. People might look at you funny, but is that going to change your world? If you're comfortable in your world, realizing that this is technically your world, the external perspective isn't, right? You are the one projecting outward, someone looking at you, and then creating a story about what that look at you means, right? Maybe they look at you with a deep sense of inspiration and awe that you are willing to actually go against the norm and wear a dress over your jeans. But if you look at them and you think, oh, they think I look stupid and I should not be out in public, even if they might be thinking the best things in the universe about you, if you don't think they think that about you, they might as well not, right? In your world, you're the one that is being victimized, or you're the one that is suffering other people's scrutiny, right? And just by paying attention, and I feel myself talking to myself right now as well with my family. I was like, yeah, eat your own medicine, oh. We just have to realize that it is an internal created narrative about what other people think about us, and it doesn't matter, right? Again, Other people's thoughts, other people's opinions are none of your business. None of our business. We can just leave it alone. Oh, I haven't shaved my legs in years. They're not very hairy, but I'm not very hairy. That helps, I guess. Oh my goodness, Lois. It makes me crack up. You ought to know it about that here. You want to make a quick hello, lovins again to you. I love being a hairy woman. I don't even care anymore. They are my feelers. I can't feel the wind when they're shaved. Like, I'm not trying to take away from your experience. Like, I'm ironically tripping out right now. If I shave all of my hair, will I become so smooth I will not feel the wind anymore? And that, in a weird way, makes me want to shave myself. It's like, oh yes, I am now. What's the exact word that I'm looking for? Untouchable, floating through the wind. Cannot feel the wind. Cannot be touched by the wind. Oh, I'm sorry, Zana. Thank you. That's where it took me. Uh, the wind is nice, right? I feel the wind on myself right now, but it can also be irritating in some ways as well. Thinking about you yesterday, love is true. Thank you, Shad, for blessing our friends with your awareness. I'm not sure I've seen that episode. I don't think I have either, but I can't imagine it being super relatable. Yeah, Meg got wrecked, yo. She keeps getting wrecked, unfortunately. Seriously, friends, you are so amazing to me. Nothing compares to you. My new IRL friend is a flight attendant. Yesterday, she said, let's go to South Africa. She's quite serious. If not, why not? You don't have to visit me. Just come to South Africa, right? Go to the Drakensberge. Go to Cape Town. Go to the safari. Go and see some animals, right? Travel. See the rest of the world. Expand your horizon, right? Culture shock yourself a little bit. Realize how good you have it where you are in your world, right? Take me with you, Shell. When the food bits are extra big time. Shan, all the universe is pushing me away from agoraphobia and the fear of flying. You also have the fear of flying. How about that? Another synchronicity, yeah, Shan. Shan also has a fear of flying and also is trying to overcome that. My passport's not in yet, but I'll fly to New York just to fly to SA, I'm guessing. But California would be sick as well. I don't know if CA is California with you, Shan. Hey, as long as it's legal and not hurting anyone, it's like, you can't do that. Why don't you come and stop me? Yeah, it's like, bro, for instance, dressing the way that I do is very much gives people pause, right? They're like, why are you? So to give you an example, about a week ago, my mom went to a store, and they had baggy pants, like melting pants, as I want to call them, right? They had melting pants. And my mom is like, oh, where can I find these melting pants you have on the mannequin? And the lady in the store is like, does your son have some sort of dress up day at school? She's like, no. He's like, is your son gay? He's like, no. He's like, is your son a sangoma, which is like a shaman or witch doctor, basically a healer of the tribe. My mom's like, no. And she's like, why does he want to wear this pants? Right? Like, people really have that much shock of like, is there something wrong with you when they see the way that I end up dressing? And in the same way, where I'm like, I like dressing this way, right? And there's nothing wrong with it, even though I might not look like your average farmer boy. I'm not I'm not that weird. Please. I feel like human scrutiny being like, excuse me, you think you're not that weird? You fucking crazy. I love you. Just the way that you are, Mel. Bless. Silly, dancing, laughing, playing with pups, sharing your unique viewpoint. How you make others feel, how you treat them. Beliefs are humanitarian. Humanitarian. Hey, Google, define humanitarian. Humanitarian, concerned with or seeking to promote human welfare. Yeah. Isn't everybody a humanitarian? I hear a resounding no, Mel, no. Some people are capitalist pigs right now. Oh, they're just hungry, hippoing people's day-to-day living wages. I'm like, oh, that's fucked up. I'm so sorry. A person who seeks to promote human welfare. Yeah, right. Love is true. That's what it means to me. A world where all of us, and that's today's stream topic technically, a world we want to live in. A world we want to live in. To be able to wake up in the morning and not dread having to get out of bed. Right? Is that too much to ask? Like, come on, humanity. Right? I was like thinking about cats before I started my yoga stream. I was giving the cats, pets, both Shelby and Roxy. And I was going through this mindset of like thinking about the Egyptians and how they deified cats. And I was just thinking to myself, like from their perspective during that time, they see us as creatures, busy working and doing these things and trying to make things and build things and make it better. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And then they see cats just chilling all day, surviving, making the most of life, just having a good time. And they're like, yeah, these things are gods, clearly. Look at them, straight up godding, right? And I feel like that is in large part the problem with humanity, is we have a hard time. And again, today's stream topic or the thing we're saying is coming up in my mind. Like it's happening right in front of you, but it is hidden from your awareness because it's been happening right in front of you. Again, I want to bring that line back that I said, I think 2 days ago. You forget how beautiful everything is because it's right in front of you, always. Right? It's like you miss everything because it's always right in front of you. You miss most of it because it's right here in front of you. It's a trip to me sometimes. Swimmers shave. Yeah, they do. It does technically help. Technically. A little bit. Right? Maybe like a split second on your lap or whatever. When my bestie got married, I shaved my pits and still lorded over her as a sacrifice I made for her wedding day. I mean, you can wear something that doesn't expose your pits, right? Very rarely do I wear clothing that exposes my armpits to the world. Maybe if I have like a tank top on, but that's like a very, in my fractal at least, limited experience, right? And if you don't want to shave your pits and you want to be embarrassed about it, then choose your clothing appropriately, I guess. am I misogynistic right now? No, I don't think so, at least. Because again, it's a world thing, right? If in your world you have a problem with having arm hair, then it's in your world that way. Because it doesn't bother me. I have arm hair, right? All of us have arm hair. There's nothing wrong with it. It's a very normal and human thing. I'm not gonna see arm hair and be like, what is that? What am I looking at right now? No. But if you're the one holding on to it, stop. Either stop holding on to it or do something about it, right? Shave it then if it bothers you, or wear a shirt. I feel like I'm doing something wrong right now. Am I doing something wrong? I feel like my higher self is being like, there is a version of that is more compassionate. I guess it's a delivery thing, right? Because I hear the collective feminine being like, bruh, we've been societally conditioned, right? And now I have the other version of me being like, why do you think there's a problem with being overweight? Oh, and I'm like, technically it is unhealthy. And that version of me is like, yeah, it's also true. But the other thing is society. And it's like, yeah, society has been telling women it's not okay to have hair. How many layers? Like there's, I'm, I'm kind of uncomfortable with it because I'm aware of the layers, right? At the same time as I feel we all should be, and we get to choose where we place ourselves in those layers. The thing I'm thinking about is being above it, right? Having your underarm hair and being above it. Realizing again that this is not you. This is an extension to you, right? Your little arm hair is an extension to you as well, but not the actual core of what you are. And if you use this your world, to attack that core of yourself, believing that you are somehow as that core, that infinity, that quintessential reality, not enough because of this little arm hairs, and please stop. Please stop attacking this infinitely value gem that is your being, that is your soul, that is your essence in this world, because you have arm hair. Look at me with my arm hairs. I feel like I'm schooling myself as well. I don't have a problem with arm hairs, but I've been painfully aware of the face of like the fact of like face hair, scalp hair, right? Oh man, being a human, please, please. I don't want to think about this shit. I feel like all of us are getting to have the experience we're supposed to be having right now. And I feel the biggest thing is that I don't want to be an authority, right? I don't think of it as in need of authority and standards, right? Of like, yeah, this is right and this is wrong, especially when it comes to bodies. Like I've been fascinated with medical intervention as of late, right? As an inspiration, as seeing, what is possible right now when it comes to healing people. And the stuff we can do with surgery, the rare genetic diseases that people are born with, and how for the longest time it was either a death sentence or you were just bound to that reality for the rest of your existence. And the fact that we're just straight up being like, nah, where we can change it. We're willing to even, hey Clyde, blessings to you, friend. This device is gonna die soon. It's on 1%. If you wanna still stay tuned, we're streaming on YouTube as well at the same username, Meltmore. Love is true. Let me see. How far away am I? I thank you again, man, Lisa. That message is beautiful, friend. You got this, Shan. I promise. Flying is so fire. Can even be fun and beautiful. I agree, actually. I feel it is, one of those things where I kind of like nurse myself with statistics as well. Where I'm like, yeah, it's okay. This is crazy, but also very few people die this way. Me too. Men do it too, Joy. That's true, actually, right? Like we shave our faces. That's usually where we see it the most. Man, I think I've missed a few though. See the sun reflect from above the clouds. See it set on the horizon. Love is true. Same shell. I've never been on a plane, and I've been terrified my whole life. I'm so ready to conquer that fear though. I get my passport in the mail a week ago or two. Yeah, like Shan already has hers. Men who get cajoled, cajoled to shave their beard for a buddy's wedding will never let that shit go either, especially as if they have a baby face. Like again, it again is like a standards thing for me, right? I think about it from the perspective of like my school days as well, where I was expected to have a boy haircut my whole life, right? And up until the age of 19, technically, right? Like they legitimately, this school paid. They had one of my teachers take me to a barber, paid the barber to cut my hair 5 centimeters long because I would wear it. I would have like long hair up top and like short hair on the sides. Should I show you, friends, what I looked like? This was like this is so cringe. I'm gonna have to go to my browser again. Get ready for this. Like this was the last of my school year, and I did not want to listen to them. Let's see. Yeah, here it is. So this was what my hair looked like, right? So short on the sides, long up top, but it was long up top enough that I could tie it with a hair band, right? And then the school was like, and then they took me to get it cut by force. They like straight up by force. I did not have a choice. They essentially dragged me to this freaking place. I want to show you the worst photo, but at the same time I don't. This is one of them at least. That's my hair after they made me cut it. Me in my freaking school clothes. They also forced us to wear uniforms, of course. And because, of course, right? Oh, you want some individuality? No. Have short hair instead, young Meldis cutie. Thank you. It's odd staring at this version of me. So much pain. Oh, so much unawareness. So much work to be done. They're sending you strength, my dude. Hold on, bro. Things are gonna get wild. I feel the future version of me looking back at this version of me saying the exact same stuff, and it's like, please. No, 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 no. Then we can see back. I like looking as eclectic and colorful, but thoughtfully put together. Of course, some people put it like funky. Some people call it weird. But I could wear jeans underneath, but I don't like to cover up. Ah, okay, I get it. Love is true. The idea of going to South Africa not to see you melt is crazy. Would be kind of. I would mildly be touched. I'd be like, but I would still hope you had fun, and I would ask, and I'd be like, "You have fun? What did you do? Tell me about it. What did you see? Hungry, hungry, right? Because that's what it is, right? But it's like there are these people in the pit, right? All of us just trying to live our lives, just trying to be like living life and stuff, and then they're like and pressing those buttons, trying to munch us, trying to get us to give them our money. Oh, damn, y'all folks in South Africa is nosy. I can't imagine shopkeepers or salesperson quizzing me about my purchases. Oh, yeah. Like, that wouldn't be odd. Right? People like having conversations in South Africa. So, weirdly enough, people wouldn't think you're weird for being nosy. They'll be like, oh, you care about me? I like this place. I'm going to come and shop here again. And like, and meanwhile, America is like that. People ask me questions about why am I in these clothes. I'm never going there again. My style is a blend of 1920s to 1960s American fashion. I just like the structure and how they look. It's so fun and cute. I get asked why I'm dressed up or if it's a costume, and I'm like, nope, just me. Isn't that? It's kind of nice in a weird way as well, Ali. I like that for you, right? Getting to look in a way where people are like, is there something important happening? Like, what, are you going somewhere? What's happening? And it's like, you get to dress whatever you want to put on, right? Dress what makes you feel good, not what makes other people feel good, right? Dress in what makes you feel good. In moderation, of course. It's like, oh yeah, Mel, I like only having pasties, and that's it. That makes me feel good. I'm like, shit. The kids, think about the kids, please. Like, they don't need to see that right now. Sure, they would like to, probably. Kids are fucked up. Kids are there's something wrong with kids, because I don't think they I don't think they really understood, consequences. Or for instance, what's flashing in my mind right now is a dad running the trolley experiment, right? Trolley, the trolley problem with his child. So the trolley problem is there is a train running down a train track, and then it splits into two, and you stand at the lever to make it go one way or another. And on the one track is one person, and on the other track is five people. If you don't intervene, the five people guarantee die. If you intervene, only one person dies. Right? That's the trolley problem. And it's a question of, what is the ethical thing to do? What is morality, right? Because from one perspective, you intervening means you are technically directly responsible for that one person who died. Right? And is that moral? But if you don't intervene, you are indirectly responsible for five people dying. Okay? And then we can like add on to the experiment. The one person that you have to guarantee kill is your best friend or your mother or your loved one, your partner, right? Now you intervening kills them. You're not intervening indirectly, but not technically your fault, kills five other people, right? And then this dad runs this trolley problem with his son. And the kid is like, and then takes the one person off the one track and puts it on the track of the other five people, and then continues to ram all of them. And I saw that and I'm like, oh goodness. Oh, kids. Because technically, and this is the weird thing about this, I understand it. I do. Because in a weird way, this whole reality is set up in a way for it to be the most entertaining fractal possible, right? If you want to predict the future, think about what's going to be the most entertaining reality, right? For predictions, for elections coming up, whatever's going to be most entertaining, that's probably going to be the most likely, because that seems to be the way that this whole experience is run, right? Because we're here to experience. Hey, is that Sovita? Blessings to you. We're here to experience. And what would you rather experience? Something that is very entertaining or something that isn't, right? And to an observer that has absolutely no understanding of human life or families or pain, or right, hasn't had the full experience of what it means to be a human and why we have the values we have, would put the other person on the on the train track, with the other five. No shame, no guilt, not even thinking about it, having a good time, having fun driving all of those other people. Freaking children. Oh, no, 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 no. Yes, baby melt show. I hope you friends liked it. Matter of fact, don't care. The costume plan. Okay, be free. Do what you want with your own hairs. Exactly. I don't care about my hairy anything. I'm with Zano. I could care less about my body hair. If someone else has a problem with it, that's their fractal. Exactly. And it's good to know that, right? It's good to understand that. And it's good to realize and learn and consciously evolve past the point where we try to help them. Not trying to help them from, it's like a give me the wisdom to know the difference between the problems I can solve and the problems I can't, and give me the strength to solve the problems that I can, right? And let go of the problems that I can't. And if someone else is gonna have a problem with you having hair, that's like one of those things you're gonna have to let go of. It's like, okay, all right. You keep believing that. You keep thinking there's a problem with having hair. Zano, as a matter of fact, the song I called it could do. The song I shared is called Do What You Want to Do. Oh, even more perfect, right? The synchrony. Gonna golf. Baby Mel. Love to you, friends. Let kids do whatever they want with their hair. Agreed. Please. Right? It was one of the most irritating parts of my whole childhood. Like, literally, I wanted to have long hair since I was 6 years old. 6 years old, Meltmore was like, please, I don't want to cut my hair. Every time I was making a fuss about it. Every time. And my parents was like, this is the real, so. Jy mag nie lang hare by die skool hê nie. This is the rules. You're not allowed to have long hair at school. Fucking rules. Rules for who? Rules for what? Right? For me to what? Conform? Good job that dude. Oh, good. Congratulations, school system. Look at me conforming. I see young version of me in school clothes being concerned as well as like I say, all right, I'm fine. Oh, I'm just retrospectively losing my mind for you. Oh, so many versions of me. So angry, right? Maybe that's where my deep-seated anger comes from. It's been planted in me from a little child, growing, growing rage against the machine. Okay, I thought you were a little kid, made you do that to as an adult. VR. Sad to be forced in a little box like that. Oh yeah, my school was very weird about girls wearing skirts and dresses. They really don't like it, especially if you were tall like me. Yeah, uh, our school, it was basically mandatory, right? Like I'm just like looking at the layers of patriarchy, right? Forcing girls to wear dresses, and then of course there was like a four-finger rule where if your dress wasn't 4 fingers away from your knee, it was too short. So girls would literally pull their dresses down during inspection so that they would pass, and then pull their dresses right back up to make them as short as they literally can get away with. High school, yo. That was high school, at least not primary school. High school is a fucking weird place. Zoo. Straight up zoo. Bunch of wild animals locked in boxes. Tripping myself out thinking about what I've experienced as a human. So much trauma, all of us getting traumatized by the high school system as well. The teachers at my high school were so busy pulling students off of each other to worry about the dress code. Exactly. Right. Children, you don't want shop people to talk to me. I don't know what shop people are. I just don't like attention. Oh, shy people? Shop people? Uh, I just don't like attention and I'm shy around strangers. Nope, I don't need anything. I've never needed anything. Why am I here? Sorry, bye. Ellie, the masculine part of me, the one that's playing this role right now, feels like I want to just give you a hug and tell you, hey, you are worthy of being here right now, right? And you're like, how do I know that? Because if you weren't, you wouldn't be, right? If you weren't worthy of existing, why would you? There's more non existence, in theory, than there is existence, right? The fact that you are is highly unlikely. And then on top of that, you want to believe you are unworthy of it? Get out of here. And then come back and then sit down and we'll welcome you. And it'll be nice to have you. I feel all of those. People want to give you things. That's why they ask you if you need anything. Uh, you don't need anything. That is true. We none of us need anything, right? But it's still nice to take a sip of water because this body needs things. Why am I here? Because people will like having you there. You will contribute in a valuable way if you get to have a good conversation with someone that ends up maybe changing their whole lives going forward. Don't apologize for existence. It's nice having you here. Hello to you, friend. Wearing my melt fractal tank top makes me feel pretty darn good. Love is true. Thank you, Sean. I like to wear dresses. People also think I'm dress up, and I'm like, nope, I'm dress up. I just wear a dress. Yeah, I'm just wearing a dress right now. Nothing wrong with it. Dresses are awesome. One garment, and you instantly look put together. Plus, lots of room for pockets. Technically, right? I heard for a long time they didn't put pockets in dresses. Isn't that a scam, right? You technically have more surface area all around you for pockets. You can have like 15 pockets. You stagger them, you can have 30. You stagger them again, 90 pockets. Why not? All right, the pocket dress. It's like I'm just imagining putting something like you're gonna have to. I mean, technically, you can strap it to your shoulders. So depending on how strong you are, you can really fill those pockets. What would you put in 90 pockets? I actually don't know. You know, if you want to really like lean into the character, giving you some advice right now. Right now, you should really like pay attention and listen because the future we're heading into, the weirder you are, the better you'll do probably. Right? Novelty is very valuable. Ingenuity. Right? We were talking about that earlier. The whole solar punk thing. Every single one of your 90 pockets, you have a little gift. Right? Maybe a thing you made. Maybe a little glass bead that you made with your glassworking set. Maybe a small little painting of a little bird or a little butterfly, right? Maybe a cookie that you make at home. Maybe a little poem, right? Maybe just a picture of your face on it with text going, sup. And then you just walk throughout the world. And if someone talks to you about this 90 pocketed dress you're wearing, you bend down and you take out of one of your pockets this thing and you give it to this person. You give them a smile, you tell them you're blessed. You are literally blessed. Look, I just blessed you with something. Go and live your life, blessed human being. Love. I love you. And then you go into the world. You adventure further until the next person comes up and talks to you. Fuck, I want to wear dresses now. What have I done to myself? I can still do it. I'm gonna do it with a robe. I'm gonna wear a robe with all of my freaking pockets. People are gonna get gifts. It's gonna be fun. School was weird about the Reddit one. I don't know. What's gonna dresses? No. Okay, my wife, variety of clothing choices. I might as well be a shapeshifter. I that's always a fun compliment. Joy, love is true. It's nice hearing you, friend shapeshift. Right. I hope that you like the fractal of the pocket dress as well. Derail the train and kill everyone. Fairness. Yeah. Child didn't understand. I was like, yeah, kill everybody. Nobody gets to live. That seems to me that then there's a certain type of video game that Joy of Eve can't play because you have to just walk up and talk to shopkeepers. I'm surprised any of us can function at all considering our layers of trauma. And I don't mean just us in stream. I mean us as like a whole world. Yeah. It's miraculous, straight up. It is pretty impressive. Social norms is the thing that's echoing in my mind. It's like, yeah, social norms. All right, we've gotten used to it. Like, oh, you're traumatized. Oh, me too. We can connect on trauma. Be like, oh, you're traumatized in this same way. What? You also have daddy issues. What the fuck, dude? I live on the other side of the world and I have daddy issues. That's crazy. Oh no. I don't carry a purse. This bitch need pocket there. Yeah. No, Shell. All the shops should be run by robots. I unfortunately agree. I do actually agree. I do. I do actually. Right. Anything that you have to directly touch a person, I feel humans should do that. Even though robots could do that as well. Right. But people like being touched by other people. In a weird way, sure, but also not in a weird way, right? So I kind of agree. Damn it, Joey V, if you're right. The robots are probably going to take the retail jobs. And that's going to be a good thing for all of us, right? They can stock the shelves significantly faster. They can serve you significantly faster. And they use electricity that we can harvest from the sun instead of being a breathing human being that has to stand there and wait for someone, has to deal with other people's bullshit. Being, no, ma'am, you cannot return that dress that is 9 years old. No, you can't talk to the manager, please. Oh, please. Oh, goodness. Be kind to service people, essentially, is the fractal I'm touching on, while they're still being of service, right? Before the robots run it. No, humanly do they put the shoplifters. How humanely do they put down shoplifters? No, no, please, please. I have a dress with pockets, but I still carry a purse. I got lots of stuff I leave the house with. I usually I just have my cell phone. I don't need a robot checking me out. Thank you. I mean, the robots are already checking you out, right? You're holding a robot right now, technically. Technically not, because it doesn't have any moving parts. But this thing, It's looking at me right now, right? And you still have a camera pointing at you in one way or another, somewhere throughout your life. I kind of think of it as an honor, right? You are one of the very few, one of the very first as well, observed human beings in all of time. Sure, we know about some human beings that lived back in the day, but how many do you actually know? Can you name on 10 fingers 10 people from 200 years ago? It's hard, huh? Yeah. And yet, in this age of the internet, you can literally, 100 years from now, type in someone's exact name if you have it, and then see them. If they create content, if they post it on Facebook, if they, whatever, right? Whatever internet thing they did, you can see them. Maybe even have a conversation with them. Technically, I think that's also going to be very. We're getting into weird territory now again. Oh, let's take it one day at a time, right? I believe the robot future is actually a good one. No putting people down, right? Asimov's first rule, of third rule, right? Nobody gets to die. Nobody gets to die. Oh, da, da, da. Little fashion history. Pockets fell out of fashion around the 1920s. Prior to this, pockets were a separate clothing item for women. They were large enough to carry anything needed during the day. Are you talking about purses right now? Is a purse an external pocket? I guess so. Bag is usually the word I use, but I guess so. The weight was supported by the corset and the belt at the waist. Oh, wait a second. That's actually pretty cool. So it was like something you hook onto your body. It's very Batman of them. Y'all. Okay, taking everyone to the ride to work. Love you, Nancy. Drive safe. Y'all ever heard of pickpocketing? But did you at anyone use to put pocket? I used to doodle on little cards and write a cute message and then try to stick them in people's pockets. Rarely got caught. That's actually pretty cool. Put pockets. Put things in people's pockets. I haven't actually heard about that. I like that one as well. I feel like that's another fractal of gifting people things, Maybe just a card. You are blessed on a little pebble, little crystal or whatever. Put it in there, put it in their pockets. Y'all gonna backseat drive the whole way, Nancy, beep, beep. Love is true. Humans are like, hey, trauma buddies. I did actually read an interesting thing once that was basically we connect most strongly to people who trauma resembles our own. It is the one thing that we have a very hard time communicating, right? Especially communicating it and being understood. So finding someone in the world that actually understands the things that you've been through and the difficulty that you had to face and getting over it feels like kin, right? My purse is a smiling kitty cat with a little fishy on your collar. I don't get me started on the list. Meltmore, I can list off so many people from more than 200 years ago. You might be able to, but can everybody? And even if you can list them, do you know anything about their lives? Really? Do you know what their childhood was like? Do you know, what they had as a experience as a teenager? Do you know what their relationship with their parents were? I feel like with the future we're heading into, these type of things are going to be like our trauma badges. Something we can wear with pride. Be like, yeah, I've experienced some stuff. And here I am, still choosing love. And that gives me hope, for people who have been hurt but are still, going to show up for the good. I use a canvas mini background instead of a purse. I use a canvas mini backpack. I think that's a brand. You're not actually talking about like a canvas, like a small canvas backpack. Maybe even. I laughed the moment he said that. And I thought of you, Shell. Love is true. No purses and pockets were different. You literally wore your pockets under your skirt. And there was gaps in the side of the skirt to get to your pockets. Skirts were also adjustable in size. Clothing. I imagine the future of it could potentially be like being dressed in biomaterials. You know, your clothing grows. Is that Gregory? Hey, dude, it's nice having you. Is Amara there with you? Send her blessings too. You want to see a South African sunset? There you go. The sun in South Africa is about to set as it rises on your side of the world. Remember the interconnectivity. We are not separate. Sure, I might live on the other side of the world, but we share the same sun. Okay, let's pull a card. I remember being a little girl and being excited about purses. I wonder why, but nothing comes to mind. I feel maybe, there is something exciting, at least in my mind, about being able to take things out of your purse, right? I don't really know if I've experienced this myself that much as a child, but I'm imagining a lot of children have seen a woman ruffling in her purse and then taking something out of it and it being somehow or another useful, you know? And like just thinking about that connection that you might have made as a child, being like, oh, cool, I can have a bag with a bunch of useful things in it, like candy and candy, right? Because you've gotten candy from a lady out of her handbag, or an aunt or whatever. Hey, Amara, sending you lovin's too. We're filming the sunset. It's nice having you and Gregory here too. I can't remember. I can't remember one. Jaziel, hope your head is better soon. Is Jaziel having a headache? Got to leave stream early, had fast food after not having it for 3 weeks, and now the headaches won't stop. But I take it as a good sign, as my body is telling me that it's not used to process food anymore. I really think it is, Jaziel. Blessings to you, friend. I'm proud of you for your progress. I'm sorry about your headache, though. I'm happy that your body is listening and that you are listening as well. Hey, Gregory and Amara. Tell us, are you having fun? Do you play games? You and Amara? Like, don't tell me you play Roblox. Don't tell me that. No, I said don't tell me. I said don't tell me about the Roblox playing. Purple with water? Let's see. I know, I think the sun is over the horizon. There you go, friends. I send you my son. And then I turn the camera back around. Gonna pull a card. So, Gregory and Amara, hold in your mind the exact shape, colors, fractals you want to see. We play Roblox, Minecraft, and Fortnite. I said, don't tell me about. I actually, weirdly enough, I want to play Fortnite as well. I've never played Fortnite. You youngins are like convincing me. Only for the fact that it's like basically a metaverse. That's the only reason I'm like really interested, right? I want to learn. I want to be like, what's going on here, Maybe steal some ideas. Mary Poppins did have that magical carpet bag. You see, Joyvine? You see, there you go. I'm happy to explore that fractal with you. It's very fun. Maybe I'll do it, dude. Aren't those 3 different games? Yeah, there are. They definitely are different games. Roblox is like it's like a game. It's also like a metaverse. It's basically, a place where you can go as a little character. It's very basic. It's like super simple, and for that reason, you can run it on almost any device. So even if you have like a really bad, like 2013 tablet, you can probably still play Roblox or whatever. Don't do it, Mel. Don't play it. Are you suggesting I not? I don't get addicted to things, unfortunately. Right? I really wish I could get addicted to some things. Some things would be good if I could get addicted to it. This is like the closest to a true addiction I have found in this world, where it's actually just a deep connection, right? Because that's technically what we seek when we become addicted to something. It makes us feel somehow, and then we keep going back over and over again for that experience, that connection. But you can find that connection in other places as well. And I have, fortunately. It's very fun. Roblox is a game with games and games inside games inside games. Yeah, that's better. Thank you. That's a better description. It's like it's like a platform. I think that's also a good way to see it, right? It's a game that was built that formed a platform, and then other people could build games on that game. And as he said, and then you can build games on top of the games that you build. So you can like build a game on top of the game, and then inside of your new game that you build on top of the other game, using the same characters and world building, you can build games. And then if you go inside those games, then there are games to be played inside the games. So yeah, right? It's pretty meta. I understand why the kids are into it. Amara is Robloxing right now, metaversing, interfacing with the electronic world. Purification meditation. Like you should try this too, Gregory. You should get Amara to join you. Sometimes, and I know this is gonna be like hard for you to process, but sometimes it's fun to just not do anything. Right? To not be like stimulate my senses, sounds and sights, and that's it for now, but it's gonna probably increase. It's also fun to just take a moment and sit down, to sit down and relax, to just pay attention to how you're feeling inside right now instead of experiencing on the outside, right? Because again, you are the world through which you are experiencing. That's today's whole stream topic. Purification meditation, card number 24. Mel, I think you would like playing Sky, Children of the Light. I think I've heard a good thing. I think Jovan actually ended up sending me like a playthrough of it and recommended a specific song as well, which I did go and watch. And yes, I do think I would actually like playing that game. It's a platform game in a way too. You get to be a little child made out of light, and you have a little cape that lets you fly. I should probably play it. And the whole point of the game is to make friends, help others, and act with compassion. I'm gonna have to save that name so I can keep it in my digital brain. My meat brain gets distracted easily. And it's like, oh, an infinite amount of other things that I could also do instead of playing Sky Children. Sky Children of the Light. Is that what it's called? See, already my mush. I'm trying to figure out where I want to place it. It's not reading materials. I don't have a folder for games. I think that's the thing that's tripping me out. Do I want to make a new folder? I don't want more folders. I already have 16. And within those folders are folders. And within my folders, there's folders. And I think you're like, he's joking. My folders, and then there are folders with folders in them. And then there are folders with folders in them. And then within my folders are folders of my folders. I'm doing it too. Yeah, okay. Okay. Let me just save it on a note. You know, that's easy enough. Sky, Children of the Light. Sky, Children of the Light. Boom. Now there are folders in my folders in my folders. And one of my folders have Sky, Children of the Light written in it. With my voice. I don't even have to use my little meat sticks. What a world we live in. And, oh, Peppy. I just want to hold you. I just want to hold you, Saliba Billy. I want to hold you. Like a little teddy bear. And she's like, no, you can't hold me like a teddy bear. I'm a doggo. With my own ideas. And my own autonomy. Thank you very much. Can't catch me. Can't catch me. Oh, catch you. Make a Meltmore gaming stream. I probably should, Gregory. You kids like games. You know, it's very popular with you kids. But I have a hard time with games these days, bro. It's hard for me to get into them. I feel too critical of what I'm actually supposed to be doing, kind of vibe, right? It's a joke. Thank you, Peppy. Thank you for the love and thank you. Yeah, thank you for eating me. Ah, you're hurting me. She knows. Folder addiction. So folder addicted. I like folders. I like having some structure, right? The amount of spaghetti is happening in my brain at all times. Folders give it some clarity, some Some. Like I'm stressing the some clarity. That's the whole point of the game. I think I read the one. It's also just really pretty, really pretty. Yeah, the Aurora concert in that game is so beautiful. Was it Shan that maybe sent it to me? I wouldn't be surprised. I don't think it was me. I suggest the same acronym, Cult of Lamb. I think it was Shan in that case. Sorry for the fractals melted together. Love, right? Came from a place of love. I didn't hear the part where you put down other people with an AKLE. What? What did I just read? I just missed being able to attend it. I like the music quest though. Love is true. I don't think it was me. Thank you again for letting me know. Oh, Gregory is like, make him a gaming stream. He's like, do it. Fucking do it. What game should I play, bro? What game has been calling to me? Um, No Man's Sky. After Kristen said something, it's been on my mind. It's like, you want to play some games? No. What kind of yes? And Gaming Susan. Hey again, friends. Nice having you here. Sending you love. But I have 2 levels of folders. only 2. That's where you draw the line with 2 levels of folders. Shout out to Piggyback. Love again. Do you have a folder addiction? Peppy got a new color. Yeah, it's like one of those anti-flea colors. She doesn't really like it, but I don't think it's a matter of like. It's a matter of trying to get the fleas be dead. It was me, Mel. It was you, Shan. Thank you for reminding me. The game sounds like Soft Shell Alley. This game. I don't think I've heard about Soft Shell either. Finishing a cycle of stuff, though, especially in the first time. No spoilers here with you. Okay, please. Those good ones. I bet Amara wants to play Roblox with you. I'm not playing Roblox. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Gregory. I don't mean to be mean, but I'm not playing Roblox. So Roblox is just too it's just too much for me. Right? Like I get it. I get it. The simplicity makes the complexity possible. But I think I've been spoiled though. Like it looks better in my mind if I imagine what it's supposed to look like. And as soon as I look at my screen and it doesn't look what I think it's supposed to look like in my mind's like, nah, nah, stop it. Stop doing that. Good ones. Okay. You think those are the good ones? Fortnite? should I freaking, oh no. I should stream Fortnite. That sounds like such an unlikely fractal for me. How does one shoot people and still be loving? You know? I don't know. I guess that is possible. Purification meditation. Meditate, right? Try that. Right? Like I'll start the gaming live stream if you start meditating, Gregory. Right? I challenge thee with purification and forgiveness. Let's read what it means. I did pull it upside down, technically. Ooh! This is crazy. Like, this trips me out sometimes. So, you friends obviously have been here for the conversation we had. And I feel in today's whole topic, the one of self judgment about what you dress as or having hair was like the one that was the most kind of conscious evolving, right? You could feel it kind of like in your brain. And then the reverse aspect of this card goes as follows: self doubt and criticism are doubting your vision. Make use of this meditation to regain your radiant center. Wasn't that exactly what I was talking about? With the whole, you're using this body to point at the radiant center, this core of yourself, and be like, not good enough, not good enough, bad, bad. Woo! Okay. The geometry of this golden spiral hearts encourages you to meditate and purify your consciousness. These hearts embrace the energy of love, both within the core being of the figure and expanded beyond into the radiant universal. She sits in meditation, willing to forgive herself and all beings, ready to purify her intention to live a life of compassion and integrity. Flames consume and melt away all that does not serve the most loving, kind, and compassionate true self. The blue flame is that which burns away ego. This card encourages you to purify your thoughts and to look to your heart for guidance and support. Old paradigm thinking and prejudice reactions have a way of leading to feelings of guilt, gloom, and confusion. Is there an obstacle to your spiritual growth that has caused you concern of late? Is self criticism impeding your path to your true essence? Forgive yourself and see all notions of unworthiness and shame being. Oh no! My stream dropped for a second. I don't know how long it went for. Old paradigm thinking and prejudice reactions have a way of leading to feelings of guilt, gloom, and confusion. Is there an obstacle to your spiritual growth that has caused you concern of late? Is self criticism impeding your path to your true essence? Forgive yourself and see all notions of unworthiness and shame being melted away in this transforming fire of purification. Forgive your loved ones, neighbors, politicians, and all beings for the things they have done or said that do not benefit the greater good. Let the blue flames melt away ego and reveal self-esteem and self-respect. The universe supports your growth and purification. Woo! Yeah. You get synchronized. Hey again, Amara. Blessings to you. 11:44:77. 11, it's like 17:47 right now for me. 34% battery. 47:34. Okay. Guess that's it. My day is hum yum 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 yum. YouTube. Bicycle, scooter, skateboard, roller skaters, moon. Yum 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 yum. YouTube. That sounds like literally heaven, bro. Must be nice to be. How old are you? 10? What's stopping me? I ask myself. Right? I can yum 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 yum. YouTube. Bicycle, skateboard, bicycle. That's stopping me. I don't have a bicycle. I don't have a scooter. I don't have a skateboard, and I don't have rollerblades. Right? So I'll get myself a wheel as well. I'll get myself one eventually. It's just expensive, very expensive. So expensive getting wheels. Hey, Amara. Hey again. We're pulling the purification meditation card today. And I was saying to Gregory, and I'll recommend it to you as well, is do take time to meditate, right? Maybe like there's a space in between all of the YouTubing and Robloxing to not. To just sit and be with your thoughts. To be like, I feel things outside of the things I feel when I'm being stimulated by my content or my entertainment. Oh, the life of a child. Bet he can't wait to grow up too. Yeah. Gregory, stop. Oh, you stop it. Stop it. You stop wanting to grow up right now. Be a kid for as long as you can, dude. And believe you me, you are exactly where you're supposed to be right now. Continue growing, right? But don't let yourself grow up. Especially not with people who are going to expect you to be when they say grow up. It ain't all cracked up to be a kid. Enjoy life. Gregory's the one who wanted me to join. It was nice having you here, Amara. I'm not saying go away. It's nice having you. Growing old is mandatory, growing up isn't. There we go. With that in mind, we're gonna play some kalimba while staring at the sky, staring at a Pippi as well. Look at her being all majestic in the corner. Let's go. Boefters, asseblief, kan julle vir my 'n bietjie rustig wees? Asseblief. Stilte. They did listen to me for most of the kalimba, at least. That was kind of nice of them. That was kind. Thank you, Boefters. I'm gonna mute the +8 gain microphone so it's not as loud when they go bork. A bork bork. I'm borking things. I'm borking. Mm-hmm. And you crashed Owen's dirt bike. Amara plays Roblox all day, locked in her cave, and you crashed Owen's dirt bike. No, I don't, Tommy. I mean, it's okay to play Roblox all day, right? Every now and then. And then we get to take days where we don't play Roblox all day, right? And then we celebrate ourselves with doing that as well. And we can celebrate each other, right, for playing Roblox with us. Get to have a good time. Look at those. Look at those creatures playing together, right? They're not playing Roblox, but they're having a good time. They're having so much fun being old little doggos, right? And you're a kids right now, and you're having fun playing Roblox. Be aware. Oh, Amara, be nice, please. Yeah, doesn't take a lot, right? Technically, it takes less energy to be nice than it takes to be angry. Right? This is harder than okay. All right. Kids don't know how to play like that anymore. They don't need to, right? Because they're not the same kids anymore. They're something new. Every generation is something new, right? And I promise you that if you could give kids in like the 1900s who were like hitting circles with sticks while chasing it down the street and like having a good time doing that, if you gave them a video game, they would instantaneously, without missing a beat, start playing that game instead of hitting a hoop with a stick outside, right? So it's not odd to me that they switch over. It's just something we have to realize is actively shaping our species, right? The games we play end up becoming the persons we become, right? And there's a lot of games to play, a plethora. There it is. Doggo spirit, better though. I feel doggos have less malicious intent, right? And that kind of makes me feel resonating with that. Bruh, bork, bork. We're getting a bruh from Amara. You don't agree with me? You don't agree? Hit me up, right? I'll fight you. It's like his mouth threatening to fight a little kid. I mean, I'll probably lose because I won't be able to land any punches. I'll be like, oh, it's a kid though. And then they'll mess me up, kick me to death or something. Are you Asho Speed? No. Thank goodness, no. Especially with the current climate of Asho Speed. Definitely no. Oh, there it is, okay. I agree. Physical confrontation is a necessary component of childhood development. Yeah, being behind the screen does change the stakes a little bit. Okay. Have the most beautifulest day, everyone. I truly love you all so, very, very superest, the duperest, exponentially, enormously, considerably, cosmically, colossally, dearly. Melting all of you, oh so, very amazingly, incredibly, staggeringly, spectacularly, sensationally, impressively, inconceivably, gorgeously, brilliantly, dazzlingly, precious, and magical, divine friends. Yow! Thank you, Shan. No, you. Blessings. Thank you for blessing us with these messages. Melt wants to lock all the children in a room by themselves alone with their own personal robot, Sam. No. No, I don't. I want us to have communities, right? Where we get to actually contribute to each other's lives in a meaningful way, not these boxes, and I live in my box and you live in your box, and then we'll squabble about the way the grass looks outside our two boxes. Right? That's not how I think it's supposed to be. I imagine us being a little bit more integrated as a community. And then instead of our children being reliant on a teacher that has to regurgitate information, can have access to that information directly, the way we already do, but through a teacher medium, right? Instead of needing one person to go through the whole process of becoming a teacher and then have all of those kids in a box with a robot, technically already right now, right? Because they don't get to share their own opinions, they have to regurgitate information because it's in the curriculum, right? If that is not a robot, then I don't know what is. Anyway, I'm getting off point, getting triggered over the school topic again. Then, when these kids socialize and interact with one another, they get to do so with their own personality instead of this conditioning, right? The thing they are the most interested in is the fractal that they get to learn about and keep gaining skills within, right? Equipping them to be the person they're supposed to be for the person they're supposed to be, not for the person society wants them to be, right? That is my vision for our kids in the future, for education in the future. I don't want to lock them in boxes of a robot, right? That is like the small part of it, at least in my mind, where we spend time differently throughout the day, right? Eat, munch, munch, munch. That's nice to do together, right? Oh, watch YouTube or whatever. It could be replaced by learn something, I think it could be. I think kids want to learn things, and they can be like some mix of what we can consider brain damage, right? Like basically numbing out and just experiencing the content for what it is. But the teaching aspect for me is like we're already, every single one of us, locked in our own algorithm, right? You're being fed what is most likely to keep your attention, right? And at this time in our history, it is exploiting you, right? And you can use it in return, right? And that's how I feel we actually do shift the balance, is by realizing every single one of us get to contribute in that way. But that's despite the point. And then in doing so, we realize that that is what's valuable, right? The fact that you get to contribute in that way. And then our AI models will adjust, right? Instead of like, oh, let's see how much we can extract from this person as attention or resources, and then we switch to a model of how can I empower this person with the right skills, with the right knowledge, to become the best version of themselves, and then that lifting all of humanity up as a collective, instead of just making you work a certain job so that you can actually fit into whatever job title you're being assigned to. I'm dying over here right now because you're misrepresenting me. You can't do that, Joy Vive. Especially you, right? Like I would hope that you would actually not do that. Stares into your soul. I would hope that you would be like, oh yeah, actually, Melt isn't a dictator, actually. Right? Actually, Melt values humans, I'm humanitarian. Puts label on self, stamps it on forehead. Look at me, humanitarianing. How dare you ban him now? Who's being banned? Are we telling Joe Mama jokes? Come on, bro. All of us have mama, so don't Joe Mama me. Oh, I love my mom, bro. Again, freaking sets up, fights a kid. Our attention is broken, Savina. Amara is a child, so why are you adult men fighting a child? What's the dog doing? What's happening right now in chat? I feel like we're being influenced by the youth. Stop it, youth. You stop influencing us right now. Over here. Little shit. My life is very quiet and generally boring. That's by design. But your fractal seems absurdly hilarious, Shan. Not a dull moment. Then the algorithm sucks because I don't keep my attention to anything these days. Maybe there's just change happening in you, friend. Maybe there's something else that's actually requiring your attention. Look at them burbs, burbing. They're coming back because winter is over. Yeah. I think there's too much red light. Yeah. Actually, Melt isn't a dictator. He's not making me say this right now. He's not. Melt is not doing. I love Melt. He's great. He's fantastic. Gun to head. I'm happy to share this hilarious insanity with Joy. Why did bro call me a little what? I don't know what's happening right now. What's happening? Are we living in some sort of alternate reality right now? I think we're done. Done for today. Stream was fun. I had a good time having these conversations with you friends. That's what someone who was brainwashed would say, Joy Vive. Yeah, I feel like it's just again, right? I don't know everything. I have at most a vision, right? How that vision will come to fruition is going to take every single one of ours input actively, right? And my vision isn't something extraordinary, right? It's very simple. Is how do we, as a collective species, the most intelligent beings that this planet has ever seen, make sure that we just feed people, right? Is that really too much to ask of our collective human intelligence? To feed people, to house people, to give people energy, give people health care, and to put them into contact with the community, right? Every single one of us are going to have different needs, right? Different traumas, needs with different communities. And it's going to be up to us to do those things, right? I can't do it for us, unfortunately. I can vision and I can manifest and I can journal and I can show up and I can share love and I can hope, and we can talk about, today's stream topic about how this world we're building is here. You're building this world, actually, right? And that is what conscious evolution is. That's what we're doing, right? And none of that screams dictator to me. At least I hope not. Is that dictatorial? Oh yeah, people are gonna do it. It's like, yes, Mel, that's exactly what. Oh no, stop it! It's fun. Your smaller people are a hoot. I hope this good feeling takes me through the rest of the day. Bless to all of you friends. Be kind. Be kind to yourself, right? As well. I have to be more kind to myself right now. Sam Myers, how dare you call me? Yeah, I'm tripping out as well right now. What is a shred? A shred. Like this rat in there, right? Maybe that's our homework. Ah, yes, consider what the hell's going on. All right, let's take that with us. Yes, what's happening?